guys, welcome back to Speed and Venom. I got another group of stealth tips for you today. First of all, I just want to say thank you for all the support on the previous stealth tips video. As you know, we are a very small YouTube channel trying to kind of claw our way up here, and this is a video with the most views thus far, and I just want to say thank you because I really appreciate the support. So jumping right into it here. First tip of the day is to improve your binocular skills. So what we're going to do is go over to skills here. And I believe it's an item. Yep, so what you want to do is, of course, increase your binocular zoom. This will increase the zoom by 25% and just allow you to spot people from further away. Linking directly to that as well, I only have one on here, but your binocular recon, okay, that's just gonna, it's similar to the mark area for the drone, and it's just gonna mark enemies quicker and in a wider view. So someone you might not necessarily see is gonna pop up before you really focus on them, and that's just gonna help speed things up, allow you to be more stealthy. Another great thing about the binoculars is I'll show you how much zoom with the, if you purchase the binocular zoom here, but let's look at this white building way up there. Alright, so of course activate your binoculars, you press down on the D-pad. Alright, what I love about the binoculars is it allows you to spot people and you don't have an electronic device flying around, so your enemies are not going to be able to detect your binoculars. Unlike the drone, you get into some places and they have a jammer, which of course does not allow you to use the jammer, the drone itself. But anyway, let's go ahead and zoom in here. So we got 2, 3, and 4 times. So I have not discovered this location yet. Let's see if it'll let me gather some information on there. Nah, I'm too far away. I'm 1.7 kilometers away, but you can see just how much closer it really gets you. And you can almost make out if there would be somebody there or not. So imagine how much help this is going to be if you're trying to be stealthy in a mission. You get onto like a mountain such as this, and you'd be able to scout it out from pretty far away. And I do want to point out, and I just figured this out recently, that you can actually shoot from, this is considered hip fire, so if you increase your hip fire aim, you can, kind of just creep around buildings. And this is the M4A1 Tactical, so you see the little red dot jumping around, that's where your bullet's actually going to go. It's a little more apparent, with the fully auto, kind of jumps around. So you really want to tap fire it. That's why I love this M4A1 Tactical, which I got from a mission. It's single fire, so if I press and hold the trigger, it only fires once. But yeah, so, to switch back to your iron sights, you see you click down the right stick and you'll go back into the red dot or iron sights, whatever you have on the gun. So this is really useful. Yeah, so let's move on to our second one here. All right, guys, so this brings us into the number 2. I just would suggest learning to read the map, and I actually didn't have to go as far as I thought I would have to. So if you look on the mini map, I'm just going to try and get a little bit closer here. So you can see this red kind of bubble on the mini map, right? It's a red area. So my tip number 2 is learn to read the map, because if you're undetected, you'll get these little red bubbles here, and that just gives you a general area of where enemies are, okay? Once you're detected, I'm just going to get down because I hear a chopper. I don't know if it's going to spot me. But once you're detected, these red bubbles go away. So you don't know where the enemies will be, and you lose your advantage, okay? So I'm just going to hop in the drone here and try and spot where these enemies are. Right, so there's 1, 2. All right, so let's see if we can actually take them out silently here without being suspected. And actually, one other thing before I actually go to take these guys out brings us directly into my third tip here. If you go into skills, and I know it's not available right away, but there's something in physical, okay? And I think it's available at level like 17, something like that. But this detection here is probably the easiest part to staying stealthy, all right? So basically what it says here is it makes it harder for enemies to detect you while you are crouched or in a prone position. I've currently put 2 dots on this, and I've noticed the difference right away. You'll start to get spotted, and basically you could just lay down behind something or crouch behind something and it immediately disappears. Whereas before, they would pretty much spot you right away. So, yeah, let's kind of put it a little bit to the test here. Let's see if we can actually sneak up right on the other side of this wall here and potentially take out these 2 guys. without drawing too much attention here. It's going to be a little bit difficult because I like to shoot with the right side here, but look, I mean, I'm not even being detected here, and I'm crouching. So I'm just going to try and get myself an angle to put the 2 shots into them, try and put them out quickly. Whoa, you kind of glitched a little bit there, but so that didn't work too well. This game is a little buggy now and then. You saw him move back away from my shot, but I mean, you can see, unfortunately, civilians ran out into the street and got hit by a car. It's another bug in the game, but you know, again, it's without them calling in reinforcements, drawing too much attention, I was able to take them out quickly, and that's just because of that detection perk itself. So yeah, getting back to the map, again, once you're detected, you know, if you know where they are and you send a drone out and you locate them all or use your binoculars, then it doesn't really matter. But sometimes, you know, they'll send in reinforcements, something like that, and playing a little Frogger here. Yeah, I mean, and purple, of course, is Unidad. So we're actually going to jump straight into the number 4 here. I always suggest staying close to something you could quickly get in and out of for sight, right? So if you start to get spotted and you're near a building such as this, you know, you can always hop inside and they won't have a sight on you. Let's try and draw a little bit of attention here, see if he would start to spot me without drawing too much attention. So, I mean, you know, he would have basically been able to spot me. So if I get down, see how it immediately goes away. And that's mainly because of that detection perk. But because I'm near the shrub and these tall grass here, he was able to just kind of stop spotting me. And I mean, I can move around here, you know, and they kind of know I'm here, but they can't really locate me. So, and again, because of these purple dots, I know that he is moving a little bit. But really useful is that detection. It's just kind of, and reading the mini-map, so I knew exactly where they would be. Not exactly, but the general area here. So I'm allowed to just crawl right up, take him out quickly and quietly without them sending in reinforcements. I mean, that's big. You know, the Unidad in this game are insane. You know, they send out choppers very quickly. Very difficult to get around. So, you know, using some of these tips, you know, I was able to take them down without calling in more reinforcements. So I'll meet you back here in a moment here, and we will go over the last tip of the day, and I'll see you guys in a second. All right, guys, so I have to do this with a little face cam here. Unfortunately, the Game Capture HD program here is not letting me do a little commentary on it. So the 5th and final tip I have for you guys today is to assign roles to your team. So let's say you're running in a 4 squad. You can run such things as Overwatch and Objective Player, Support, and Recon is the way that I like to break it down. So if we take a look over here at the screen, let's start with your Overwatch player. Your Overwatch player is going to want to spend a lot of points on their weapon. So you'll see stable aim is extremely useful because the Overwatch player is quite simply going to be running, is the sniper, you know. So he's going to find a weapon that he likes, show you what I was able to find so far in the game, and tell you the reason why I'm running what I am. So stable aim is, of course, the idle sway. I went over that in the last video. You're going to also want to pick up that advanced suppressor just so that you don't lose the damage at range while running a suppressor, which, of course, is going to be extremely useful in being stealthy. Time to aim is something you can focus on, but you don't have to. And if you put 1 skill point on every single ability in weapon here, you'll get ranged elite, which basically, you know, if you don't have ranged elite, your bullet over distance can kind of go slightly left or slightly right. So it makes it difficult to figure out exactly where the bullet's going to end up. So ranged elite makes it so you only have to compensate for the bullet drop itself, and makes it a lot easier to take care of those targets. So again, the Overwatch is going to take out the individuals that are standing by themselves. So the snipers up on the towers, if you see someone on the outskirts that is just standing still, easy target, that is the job of the Overwatch. So moving on, the objective player is exactly that. I mean, a lot of missions make it so you have to, you know, take a VIP, an HVT, away from the scene, whether you have to sneak up on them and interrogate them, or whether you have to extract them. You know, there are quite a few missions like that. So your objective player is going to want to focus on that, and in order to do that, he's going to want to Put a couple points on hip fire spread, definitely ammo capacity. You can do the advanced suppressor if you have the supplies to do so. And on top of that, you're going to want to go down to physical. You definitely want good stamina, so it allows you to run further. You want quiet running, because again, he's going to be the one closing in on the objective while everyone's covering him. Detection is super, super key. I mentioned it earlier in this video, and that's really for your objective player. And the last thing is bullet resistance. You want him to be able to basically be a sponge. You know, take a couple bullets in case you guys do get spotted. A lot of missions allow you to be detected. All right, and that's when this bullet sponge really comes in, because he's still going to focus on the objective. But if you put 1 skill point on every single physical ability, you get faster regen, which basically allows you to regenerate your health quicker. It's pretty straightforward there. That is going to be the focus of the objective player. Your support player is kind of who I've been running as. He's going to want to do a little bit on detection, quiet running, bullet resistance, but not nearly as much. He's going to want to do some no pain so that if you get revived, you know, you're not taking as much damage. Squad, you want to put at least one on revive speed, just to allow you to revive your players quicker. And if you go up here to drone, you know, your support player is going to want to be able to revive people, you know, provide support for the team however he can. And the medic skill on the drone here, which of course involves putting at least 1 skill point on every single ability here, skill for your drone. The medic on your drone allows you to send your drone out. It blows up into this green fog and basically revives your teammates. So as a support player, you definitely want to be able to support your team. I would definitely suggest putting some on hip fire spread as well. Maybe an advanced suppressor. But it depends how you want to play the game, but that's my suggestion there. The Recon player is going to be one of your most important players. He's most versatile. You know, he can stick with your Overwatch player. He can be in with the rest of the group and really just help you take the objective. All right, so to focus for him would be the advanced suppressor if you want to stay back a little bit. As much as you can put on the drone, besides, don't do the medic. What I've been running for it is the EMP. Because you could take out things such as alarms. You know, that could be the first thing you do when you go into a village. You know, you have your support player send out his drone, try and find as many people as he can, and then you have your little recon player who can scope some people out. I mean, I have infinite battery on mine, so I can just spot everybody and then take my drone over to the alarm and just hit the EMP and remove the alarm. So that's one less thing to worry about there. Along with the recon, you definitely want to do some binocular zoom and binocular recon as well. A lot of towns they have a jammer in them, and therefore you can't use your drone. So you're really going to rely on your binoculars or your gut instinct. But if you're trying to be stealthy, you want to use your binoculars. And binocular recon will just allow you to spot people a lot faster. You can run thermal vision, but that's up to you. Other than that, I'm starting to play around with like diversion lore and flare gun and flashbang. So hopefully, you know, we'll be able to put together another stealth video for you guys, maybe some other tips if that's what you want to see, which let me know in the comments below. But that's going to do it. I hope that it all makes sense, guys. And if you have any questions, concerns, feel free to leave me a comment, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If there's anything specific you want to see about this game, let me know, and I'll absolutely get right on making a video for you guys. But again, that's going to do it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.